grey, cold, imposing. The prison stands as a stark reminder of the harsh realities of confinement. Its walls, thick and unyielding, seem to absorb all warmth and hope, leaving behind only a chilling sense of desolation. The prison looms, a monument to despair. From above, the complex appears like a labyrinth designed to ensnare the human spirit, a place where dreams come to die and where the echoes of past lives linger in the air. Barbed wire glints, a cruel parody of sunlight. Each clang of the metal gate echoes the death of hope. The barriers are not just physical but psychological, reinforcing the sense of entrapment and isolation. Inside, shadows cling to every corner, whispering tales of forgotten lives. The dim lighting casts eerie shapes on the walls, as if the very structure of the prison is haunted by the ghosts of its past inhabitants. The air hangs heavy, thick with the stench of sweat and fear. Each inmate's face tells a story of struggle and survival, of days blending into nights with no end in sight. Each breath is a labor, a reminder of confinement. The walls seem to close in, making every moment a battle for sanity and peace. Here time stretches and contorts. Minutes feel like hours, hours like days. The relentless ticking of the clock is a cruel reminder of the slow passage of time. Each second a drop in an ocean of endless waiting. In this concrete tomb, humanity withers under the weight of judgment. The cells, small and confining, strip away individuality, reducing each person to a mere number, a shadow of their former self. The weight of judgment is not just in the sentence, but in the daily grind of existence within these walls. They are mothers, daughters, sisters, stripped of their names, branded with numbers. Their faces, etched with stories untold, reflect the harsh reality of their confinement. Behind their eyes, a flicker of defiance, a desperate fight to hold on to their humanity. Statistics paint a grim picture. Overcrowding, inadequate healthcare, rampant abuse. But numbers can't convey the raw, visceral reality. The casual brutality, the constant threat of violence, the pervasive sense of vulnerability that permeates every aspect of their existence. Power dynamics are stark. A brutal hierarchy enforced with an iron fist. Guards cloaked in authority wield their power indiscriminately. In this pressure cooker of resentment and despair, corruption festers. Inmates become pawns in a twisted game. Favors are traded, loyalties tested. The threat of solitary confinement, a terrifying spectre, hangs over every interaction. The lines between right and wrong blur, survival often demanding a Faustian bargain. Yet, even in this abyss, hope flickers. Women bound by their shared experience forge unbreakable bonds. They share whispered stories, offer a shoulder to cry on, a hand to hold in the dark. This sisterhood, born of necessity, becomes a lifeline. They create moments of joy amidst the desolation, a shared joke, a smuggled book, a song hummed softly. In these small acts of defiance, they reclaim their humanity, reminding each other that they are not defined by their incarceration. Trauma runs deep, leaving invisible scars on the psyche. The pain of separation from loved ones, the loss of identity, the constant struggle for basic human dignity. The weight of their experiences etches itself onto their souls. But even in the harshest of environments, resilience finds a way. Women discover inner strength they never knew they possessed. They pursue education, embrace creativity, find solace in faith. Like flowers pushing through concrete, they refuse to be broken. One story echoes through the cold corridors, a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit. A young mother, incarcerated for a drug offense, fights tooth and nail to regain custody of her child. She channels her anger and frustration into self-improvement, attending every available class, finding solace in writing. Her letters, filled with longing and determination, become a beacon of hope, not just for herself, but for her fellow inmates. Her story, though unique in its details, is not an isolated incident. It speaks to a larger issue, a systemic failure to address the root causes of mass incarceration. Poverty, lack of opportunity, substance abuse and mental health issues plague marginalized communities, disproportionately impacting women of color. We cannot ignore the societal forces that contribute to their incarceration. We must dismantle the school-to-prison pipeline, provide adequate mental health services, and create pathways to economic opportunity for all. The fight for justice doesn't end at the prison gates. It extends far beyond, into the very fabric of our society. The walls of the prison are not just physical barriers, they symbolize the systemic issues that plague our justice system. It requires a fundamental shift in our perception, a recognition of their shared humanity. We must see those incarcerated not as numbers or statistics, but as individuals with stories, families and futures. We must advocate for sentencing reform, invest in rehabilitation programs, and create pathways for reintegration into society. This means not only changing laws, but also changing hearts and minds, and ensure access to quality healthcare and education for all those impacted by the criminal justice system. These services are essential for breaking the cycle of recidivism and giving people a real chance at a new life. There is hope, but it is a fragile thing, nurtured by tireless advocates, compassionate lawmakers, and community leaders who work relentlessly to bring about change, and ordinary citizens willing to bear witness to the injustices inflicted upon their fellow human beings. It is through collective effort and unwavering commitment that we can begin to see a dawn still unseen, a future where justice is truly just and humanity is recognized in every individual. We must listen to their stories, amplify their voices, and demand better. These women, often forgotten by society, have tales that are both heart-wrenching and inspiring. They speak of resilience in the face of unimaginable adversity, of hope that refuses to be extinguished. Their voices echo through the cold, hard walls of their confinement, reaching out to us, pleading for understanding and change. For every woman trapped behind bars, there are countless others teetering on the brink. These women are mothers, daughters, sisters, and friends. They are individuals with dreams, aspirations, and the potential to contribute meaningfully to society. Yet, they find themselves ensnared in a system that often fails to recognize their humanity. The overcrowded cells and the desolate yards are a stark reminder of the urgent need for reform. Their fight is our fight. When they stand up against injustice, they do so not just for themselves, but for all of us. Their courage in the face of oppression is a beacon of hope, a call to action for everyone who believes in equality and justice. The solidarity they show, the hands they hold, and the protests they lead are powerful symbols of a collective struggle for a better world. Their humanity is inextricably linked to our own. When we see them embrace, comfort each other, and hold hands through the bars, we are reminded of the fundamental human connections that bind us all. Their pain is our pain, their joy is our joy. By acknowledging their humanity, we reaffirm our own. Let us not forget the resilience of the human spirit, the unwavering belief in a better tomorrow. Despite the hardships they face, these women find reasons to smile, to hope, and to dream. The sunlight streaming into their cells is a metaphor for the light they carry within, a light that refuses to be dimmed by their circumstances. The dawn of true justice may seem distant, but it is within our reach. As the sun rises over the prison, as the gates open, and as these women look towards the horizon, we are reminded that change is possible. It requires our collective effort, our unwavering commitment to justice, and our belief in the inherent worth of every individual. Let us continue to fight, to speak truth to power, and to create a world where every human being is valued, respected, and free. The rallies, the courtrooms, and the breaking of chains are not just symbolic acts. They are real steps towards a future where justice prevails. Together we can build a world where every voice is heard, every life is cherished, and every person has the opportunity to live with dignity and freedom.